right, so I'm here with Joshua Feldman for Boxing 5 Promotions, coming up against Jonas Senga on February the 21st, raising the bar. How are you doing, Joshua?
How's it, Hayden? It's great to be back on your platform. Doing great.
Yeah, and I think a step up in opponent this year. You've been calling out for a good step. How do you think of Jonas Senga?
It looks like he's a tough opponent. I haven't watched any film on him, but from what I've heard from a couple of people, it seems like he's a slick, crafty boxer. So yeah, I'm excited to show what I can do.
Jonas was once on a good level. He was 2-0 at one stage. Then he's fallen on a losing streak. What do you make of that?
I saw that his last fight was in 2022, so it was 2 years ago. I'm not sure how he's been doing since then. Maybe he's been training hard, but yeah, I'm prepared for whatever.
Much like yourself, he was a prospect at one stage. He's going to look to almost come back as a redemption to you. Are you feeling, any sort of threats coming from his side?
Of course, you can't look above any fighter, but honestly, I feel like I'm just on a trajectory to get to the top of the sport. So whoever I need to fight, I'll just get rid of and dispatch.
What's your aims and goals for this year?
Honestly, I just want to get whoever they put in front of me, I'm trying to get rid of in best fashion possible. I'm trying to become champion as soon as possible. I feel like I'm getting better and better at such a fast rate that I don't really care who they put me in with at this point. I'm happy to fight whoever Colin tells me to fight.
You got a call to fight now in February, which is a nice early fight for the year, meaning you can probably plan your year a little bit better in terms of activity.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be active this year, getting such a fight so early in the year, and I fought only 2 months ago. So yeah, it's a great start of the year for me. Hopefully I'll get in 4 fights.
You are highly touted and you spent a lot more time in Johannesburg this time around. Any reason for that?
It's just so I can be able to train with the team, train with Colin. I learn so much every time I'm training with Colin, and also Shannon, Sean. It's just great to be up here. The sparring is next level. Been getting some top quality work in. Yeah, that's the reason.
What did you get up to over the festive season?
I was in Cape Town for most of the time, but I spent that time training every day, twice a day still. The work doesn't stop.
And continuing from where you were last year, also getting in work at Apex, working with Creed and the guys, how's it going there?
It's awesome. Now, great sparring. Yesterday I sparred with Creed and in Siminkiwe Bongo. It's great work, really solid. This is the type of work where that's going to make me great.
I'm sure you would have heard rumors of Boxing 5 Promotions as well, looking to seek out bigger venues as well for the bigger fight nights. What do you think of that?
I think that's incredible. The platform's growing so fast, and I do think it's almost time for a bigger venue. They fill out the box camp easily every single time. So yeah, I want to show that I'm good enough to fight in the bigger stages. So yeah, one step at a time. But on February 21st, I'm going to put on a great performance.
Of course, you did enter the 6-round level last year, but you didn't get to really feel the 6 rounds. You're getting another opportunity to do that again. What do you want to do in this fight?
Yeah, this fight, 6 rounds, scheduled for 6 rounds as well. You don't get paid for overtime, and my goal is as a professional boxer to get rid of the opponent, but if the knockout doesn't come, I've got more than enough skill to outbox him and win the fight on points.
Do you feel better this year? Last year was obviously a breakthrough year for you.
Definitely. I'm just feeling faster, more skilled, stronger. I feel like every single year I'm just growing into a better boxer. So yeah, my time's coming.
And in terms of crowd support, up here in Johannesburg, have you felt a difference?
I definitely feel like there's more support for me up in Joburg. It's not my hometown, so it's definitely more difficult. But yeah, definitely a great fan base, and it's amazing fighting at the box camp. The energy there is awesome.
You have fought on Boxing 5 your entire career, and of course there are other options opening. We've seen the likes of Kane Fourie as well on Aquila Boxing Promotions, as well as Almighty Creed Moyo. You might have a busier year where Colin wants to move you between the brands. Have you given that much thought?
I'm willing to fight on any promotion Colin wants me to. Like if Boxing 5's filled up, I'd be more than happy to fight on a different promotion. There's a lot of different promotions now going on. Looks like boxing's on the rise in Cape Town and in Joburg. So yeah, I'm willing to fight wherever and whenever.
Yeah, and obviously Larry Weinstein's put in a good shift in your career as well. I'm sure he's got big plans for you. He has got big plans for the likes of Ishmael, Frank, and Katlego Kanyisa coming up in the future. You probably would have heard about that we can't announce yet. Your career and where it's building now, how close do you think you are to title fights?
Honestly, I feel like maybe I'm a year away. I feel like a couple more step-up fights and a couple more fights to show how good I am, and then I feel like it could be time.
And so you're happy with your progression so far?
Definitely, I'm very happy. I feel like Colin's moving me along very nicely, getting better by the week, improving every day. I study the sport all day, every day, so I feel like in a year's time, maybe even less, I can be ready for a title shot ever Colin wants me to fight.
Going back to September 21, you obviously got Jonas Senga, and I wanted to go back to him and say, have you done any research on him? Have you learned anything about him?
Not really. I don't really look too much into my opponents. I know that if Colin says something to me I need to focus on, I'll focus on it. If not, I'll just fight my fight, and I usually can make adjustments on the fly in the fight, and I'm very happy like that.
What makes you dangerous? People have seen a little bit of you, but I mean, in your opinion, what makes you dangerous?
I feel like I'm just a very all-rounded fighter. I can fight any type of way I need to. If I need to fight going front, I can go front-footed. If I need to fight in the back, I can go in the back. I can fight in a dog fight. I've been in many dog sparrings and fights, so I'm happy whichever type of fight I need to fight.
And of course, we mentioned that you've been stopping opponents as of late. I think it's 3 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. That's not something that you aim for. In fact, I know that a lot of the time you actually get frustrated. You want to go the distance. Are you happy though if you do get an early stoppage in this fight?
Definitely. If I can get a first round knockout, that's what I'm going for. But at the same time, it's not something I need. But it definitely is great. Professional boxing is about getting rid of the opponent. It's not really amateur where you're looking to win fights on points. So yeah.
And this year, how many fights would you like?
Realistically, 4, maybe 5. I know it's very hard to get 5 fights in South Africa in a year, but that would be a goal. But realistically, 4, I'd say.
What message do you have to Jonas Senga before you step in the ring with him?
Hope you're training very hard. I'm coming to put on a great fight, and yeah, let's put on a great fight for the fans.
Awesome, and obviously you have February 21st, you get back in the ring to showcase your skills. Do you have a message for the boxing supporters?
I hope you guys come out in numbers. It's going to be a great event with a lot of great talent, and yeah, I'm coming to put on my best performance yet.
Awesome, and then anything lastly from you, any thank yous, any shout outs?
Just a big thank you to Boxing 5 and No Doubt Management for putting me back in so quick after my last fight. Yeah, being active is very important for me. I'm only 20 years old, so I'm very grateful for it.